Good morning. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Awa. I'm sorry, guys, my voice is a little crazy this morning because I'm not feeling well. Okay. But duty is duty. So I have to still come up and do this show. Okay. Because one thing about me is being an influencer, I do try to take it seriously. I really do. Sometimes I have fun and I enjoy, but I love to take it seriously. So I know I'm a little late because on the weekends, y'all know we start at 7:30. But because I'm not feeling too well, I gotta start this late, y'all. So I apologize for the lateness. But I got to do what it do because I'm an influencer and you have to stay consistent on social media. If you don't stay consistent on social media, honey, you're in trouble. I think that's the thing that most of us influencers we miss. Like when we get to a certain number, then we stop putting out content because you 1 million or something like that, or you close to a million, and then you stop pushing out content like it's some good, and people stop following you because you're not pushing out content. And so you think because you had a good number that you don't have to push out content, but that's not true. Okay, so that's why I stay consistent pushing out content all the time, y'all. It's only to help me grow. And even when I begin to grow larger than what I am, I will still push out content because you got to stay consistent. Now, excuse my rant this morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Awa. Okay, that is my stage name. So we gonna do what it do this morning, and my stage name only means queen. Okay, it's nothing else. It only means queen. This is what my husband gave me. I just want to let y'all know. It only means queen. It doesn't mean an alter ego or anything like that. It just means queen, y'all. Okay, that's what my husband named me. All right, y'all take heed to the message. We about to get it in. Skinny, I saw you. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. Also, Sherwin, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Living the High Life, how are you? Rana K, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, babe. TMCGR46, how you doing, my dear? It's good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Let me see. Green Beans, what's going on, honey? Okay, blah, blah, how you doing, my dear? You said, I like your necklace. Peace in your wrap. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Okay, so we about to get started. I have to ask a question that this young girl. No, Skinny, you never sent me the information. Matter of fact, let me write it down. Hold on. Let me get something. You got me going through this right now, Skinny. You supposed to send me her information in the DM, Skinny. Let me write it down right now while I see your message. Okay, I'm gonna check it out today because I'm off today. So I'll check it out today. Thank you, Skinny. So now we about to get it in. We about to do what it do. My mamas, I want y'all to listen to this real good. This is a lesson that you about to get taught today. All my mamas, y'all listen up real good. And daddies too, y'all listen up real good. Before we start, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, okay? Please be nice. Hit that like button. Also, we have super chats available. Also, we have what they call those things. I always forget this thing. We have super chats. We also have badges available on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, y'all, help support the channel. Help me grow. So now, check this out. Y'all remember the video of the young woman who was arguing with her mother, telling her mother that she was going to raise these children? Do you remember? Her 3 kids. Because she said her baby dad, not her baby daddy, her new boyfriend don't want children. Y'all remember this video? I posted on Instagram. So, and somebody, one of my followers sent it to me. So, and I also seen it running through Instagram as well. Now, was the young woman wrong? Was she wrong? Because I just want to know, was she wrong? Was she wrong to tell her mama that her mama got to raise her grandchildren? Somebody answer it for me. Was she wrong to tell her mama that she got to raise her grandchildren? Because I'm going to share with you what I think has happened. Okay? This is just, I'm just thinking it. Okay? I don't know. I'm just thinking it. So it looked like the mama was arguing with her, right? Okay. Money Love, you said wrong. Okay, let's see. Let us break this down. So the mama, while she was arguing with her daughter, she said, I worked all the time to take care of y'all, right? So when she said, I worked all the time to take care of y'all, who was raising the children? Her mother, more than likely. Her mother was taking care of the kids, right? See, sometimes we women, we don't know how we sacrifice our children when they're young to go to work. Yeah, we don't think about that. We don't think about that. So now, because you weren't home, mama, you didn't train this girl to wait to have babies, to get married. You didn't train her to wait on marriage. Okay. Hi, Amanize. Good morning. You didn't train her to wait till she got married to have children. You didn't train her because you were busy, mama. And I understand that, because before I started having more children, I always worked. I worked like crazy. Sometimes I will work. Hi, Tara. How are you? Sometimes I will work like 120 hours a week. I used to kill it. This is before I got married, when I was just doing it on my own. I was never home. My oldest son was with my mother all the time. My oldest son was with my mother all the time. Only thing I could do is take this boy on trips, buy him clothes, expensive clothes and shoes. And he was like the best dressed kid on our block. And his bedroom was just amazing. He had every type of game, entertainment system, TV, everything. He had a queen size bed. So we lived well, okay, because I worked hard and it was only him at the time. Okay. So my mother watched him all the time because I worked. So this happens when you work all the time and then you have children that you left with your mama. So mamas, listen up. If you don't raise these children properly, you know what happens? You get to raise your grandchildren. Yes, honey. That is your blessing and curse at the same time. If you don't raise your children properly, okay, if you don't instill in them marriage first before babies, you get to raise your grandchildren. Now, better not nobody come tell me that I'm raising my grandchildren. I'm not raising nobody. I'm not raising nobody. And I feel what the mama's saying. I feel what she's saying. But we got to put logic in this thing too. We have to put logic in this thing, because the grandmother raised her children. Now the daughter want to do her own thing with her boyfriend. She want to do her own thing with her boyfriend. And she don't want those 3 kids. Now, is it the mama fault that she don't want those 3 kids? No, it's not. It is not. It is not the mama fault. Nobody told you to spread your legs and swing from a chandelier. Nobody said that to you, baby. Nobody said that to you, honey. You decided to do that nonsense on your own. Okay? So when the mama and her going back and forth with each other, I agree with the mama. The mama shouldn't have to raise the child. All those children, she should not. Because the mama didn't tell you to go do anything with anybody. She did not. Yes, yes, yes. Charles, you are correct. It's one of the curses of I don't need a man. Because I'm going to share something with you. If this young woman had got married before she had children, mhm, guess who the kids would have been home with? Because when we parents, we alternate the time. Like my husband works in the day, I work in the night. So somebody is home with the children. You understand? Somebody is home with the children. And if the children are not home, the person that is home is cooking already. And that's me. I'm cooking and cleaning so the house is prepared for them when they come home. So now all my husband have to do is his plate is already made. All he got to do shower, relax, and maintain the house like he do. And he don't even have to do anything. It's just his words. And that's it. And he on his lazy boy for the rest of the night until he feel like getting up. Okay. Now, all I'm saying is that because we take shortcuts in raising our children, and this is for now. I said 80s mamas. I said 80s mamas. If you was born in the 80s, this is your problem. But I'm gonna have to go into the 70s too. So we gonna say 73. We're going to say 73. We're going to say the 70s too. So any mamas who was born in the 70s and 80s, this your problem. This is your problem. Yes, I can't exclude the 70s. I was trying to last night, but I can't exclude the 70s. So even though you might have had children around this time, your children turn around and be ain't shit. Yeah, ain't shit parents. Yeah, I said it. I ain't lying. Some of them turn around to be ain't shit parents because they copied you. They copied you always at work. And yes, as a mother and a father, you trying to do your best to raise your children. Okay? We trying to give them the best in life. Okay? But the thing is, the child just really wants you. The child just really wants you. God forgive me for cursing like that. The child just really wants you. That's the truth. All the money and the diamonds in the world, baby. They would give all that up just to spend some time with you. So when we don't take time to be with our children, you get this nonsense that this young girl trying to do to her mom. Okay, so Charles said it goes back farther than that, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm gonna give you that. But that back in that time, the grandmas, okay, when this happened to them, they took the child in. They took the child in. They did. But now it has gotten worse because at least back then, some mothers wanted to take care of their children. Some of them young ones wanted to be wives, okay? But now this generation, you talk about them being a wife, they think that's a sentence. They think you're trying to put them in slavery to be a wife. I'm going to share something with you. It's better to be a wife than a baby mama. Yeah. You get no respect. I don't care if you got a baby daddy that's famous. You know what they call you? You the baby mama. That's it. You just the baby mama. When you the wife, you the queen. You are the queen when you the wife. Anything happen, everything got to go through you. When you the baby mama, anything happen, everything go through his mama. You can't do nothing. And this is the truth. This is the thing y'all women miss. And y'all will say, oh, this is a sentence. This is slavery. And it's not. It's not. This is true facts, honey. Charles said the women had purpose back in those days. That's why the grandmothers did not mind watching the children. Amen. You are right about that one. You are correct, sir. Yes, you are. Because now these women don't even care. She said she don't want those kids because her boyfriend don't want the kids. Her new boyfriend, her new man don't want the kids. Now I'm going to share something with y'all. I believe it's a skit. I believe her and the mama just want some exposure because nobody does that. Nobody does that. And the kids were not crying. That's why it wasn't real enough. It was not. It was not real enough. The kids were not crying. The kids would have been crying. So I'm quite sure they just did it for clout to get more people to follow them. That's it. Okay. I don't think no mother could actually go live and do that. If she did do it, it'll be either the mama is on drugs and she can't take care of these children, and that's why she just abandoned them, or she on some demon time. She running the street. She swinging on people poles for money. Yeah, that's what it is. That's true facts, baby. I ain't lying to you. So it doesn't sound right. That's why I say it has to be a skit. So now, hi Sally, how are you? Yes, Sally said they put the man before the children. It happens. Now, Sally, I'm gonna share something with you. If it's the boyfriend, okay, if this is a boyfriend, the children are not supposed to. The children are supposed to come first if it's the boyfriend. But if he's your husband or he's going to be your potential husband, okay, you know that, like he already gave you the ring and everything, like he told you he see wife in you, those kids take a back seat. Those kids take a back seat. Your husband come first. Because when these kids get grown and they decide to marry on their own, mama, you come second. Because their marriage comes first. I want y'all to understand that. Because we got to get out of the concept of thinking that our husband is last. He is not. You need him to be first to maintain the home. You need him to be taken care of first. Like doctor's appointments and all those things like that. You need to make sure that he's healthy. Because all the time I'm up here making doctor's appointments for my husband all the time. He be mad. Why you got me? I'm like, because you got to go get checked out. We got to make sure the Titan is fine so that we all fine. You know what I'm saying? So when I schedule my appointment, I schedule my husband appointments too, you know, because we have the same doctor. So all I'm saying is that when you marry, the king come first. And I don't care what any of y'all say. Because if you don't have the king on point, the house won't be on point. If the king not feeling well, things won't work out. It won't work out, okay? It will not work out if he not well. Because if he's breaking down and he's sick, then the house falls. So you can't have him be sick. You got to get him together, all right? So I'm sorry, guys. I was looking at my husband. So when she said this to her mother, right? When she said this to her mother, I immediately knew that the grandmother raised these children. I immediately knew. And so it sounded like the daughter wanted to say, well, mama, and the story sounds so true though, but I know it's a skit. The thing is that when she said, well, mama, she was about to spill the beans. Well, mama, you didn't raise us. Okay. And the mama said to her, but I worked. And she did. She worked just like all women did back in the day. They worked to maintain their family because they put the man on the back burner talking about he'll be there. He'll be there. And now you got Ebony K coming out telling the truth. I still don't trust her though, y'all. Be careful. I still don't trust her. I just think because she got that new Judge show that's coming out, she trying to act like she neutral. Because if she's being a judge, she has to be neutral. You can't just assume that the man is not the right, that is the evil one. You can't assume that. So that's why her PR agent probably told her, oh, you got to come out with something to support the men so the men think you on their side. Nope. She lying. She doing some nonsense, okay? She doing some foolery. All right? You check I'm sorry, guys. Hold on for a minute. You check the one in the kitchen? The kitchen. Is it there? No. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to help my husband find something. All I'm saying is that something is not right. This is what I think. Aminai says, I don't think that's a skit. These chickens on different levels. The kid's probably glad to be away from the boyfriend. Oh, Aminai, you might be right, my dear. You might be right. You might have hit the nail on the head, baby. So we gonna see how it play out because they probably gonna do something else. We gonna see how it play out. But I just, to me, this sounds so foolish. It don't make no sense at all. Because she said she got a new man. So her new man don't want children. But this is that demon that we got going on in our community, that we have these children first before we get married. Okay. Now, in other communities, this doesn't happen as much. It happens, but in ours, it's like a crisis because we believe that having a child first is the main goal. We don't believe having a husband first is the main goal in our culture. And I know a lot of people like, oh, you always say that, you always getting on our culture. But our culture have a lot of issues. We have a lot of issues. We raising up these children to be monsters. If you don't have the owner's manual, you raising these children to fail. I'm sorry. And you getting this from a former baby mama. You getting this from me. I'm speaking facts to you. The child might not be in the street. The child might grow up to be something that is greater. But the child will still come up with a miss. And Kirk Franklin is proof of that. Kirk Franklin is proof of that. My people in YouTube, I only got one like, okay? It's 7 of y'all in here. Please hit that like button so I could get up in the algorithm. I appreciate that. So, and look at him. Look how greater he is. Look how much money he got. Look how superstar, megastar that Kirk Franklin is. But yet he still felt the pain of his father not being here. He still felt that pain and sorrow that he was raised without his father. He said in his in the interview, he said just like this. When people look at me, they look at me as a mega star. They look at me as a giant. But when I walk in the room, I feel like the smallest man in the room because of my insecurities of not having a father. You understand? I feel like all these insecurities of not having a daddy around. Okay, and that broke my heart. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Honey, did you check the laundry room? Okay. So that when he said that, I was like, oh wow. But nobody believes that. Nobody, everybody, all black women, most black women, I want to say all, most black women will sit up here and tell you, oh, I could raise this baby by myself. I don't need no man. I could raise this baby by myself. I don't need no man. But did anybody ask the children this? Did they ask them, are you going to be fine without your daddy? No, they don't ask them this. And this is why we choose so poorly when we want to lay down with somebody. We choose so poorly. It's the one that looks so good that we want to be with. We want to make our baby daddy. We will lay up there without protection and everything. We will go and lay up with this man without protection. Good morning, Mona D. How are you, honey? We will lay up there without protection and get these babies by this man that is a jester. He is a jester. He is a Pookie and Rere. We will lay up there and get this baby with him. But Kevin and Robert, they want to wife you. They don't even want to have children yet. They want to wife you and build a dynasty with you But no, because Kevin and Robert don't look the way you want him to look. He don't look the way you want him to look. So you go and be with somebody else. You go be with a Jester or Pookie and Rere. You don't want to be with Robert and Kevin. You don't want that. You want to do some nonsense. And then you know what happened? Later in life, I give it about maybe 15, 20 years. You see Kevin and Robert. And baby, they got that salt and pepper hair all over their face with a gold tee. They look good. They got a nice car and everything. Okay, they living well. You run into them at the grocery store. And you stop, hey, how are you? This and that. You want to hold the whole conversation. Then you see a sister come around you, walk right around you because she's looking at you double-sided while you talking to her husband. And then she walk around, she say, honey, who is this? And he said, oh, this was a chick I went to school with. Yeah. And then the wife looked, she smiled. She said, honey, come on, we got an appointment. And she climbed right in the car. You missed that opportunity, sis. You missed that opportunity. See, some women will tell you, get a man who already made. They will tell you that. You got to get a man already made. And that's what they preach on social media. Get a man who's already made. But the key is to get somebody who has ambition. That's the key. To get a man who want to see greater. That is the key. So that you grow and build with him. I'm not saying that you go hold his hand and walk him through every step. I'm not saying that. If you have to do that, that means he's not a man. That means he is a boy and he looked like a man. That's what I'm talking about. We don't do that. Don't do that nonsense. Don't do that nonsense, okay? King Kong, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say what you... Yes, my sister, keep educating. That's what I'm going to say. So now, all I'm saying is that you don't want a man like that you got to pull everywhere. You want him to have his own ambition. Because I'm going to share something with you. If you have to make a man stable in everything he do, right? And this is the truth. Everything he do. And at the same time, you belittling him. Every time you turn around, you're saying, well, I did this, I did that. Okay, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this. Eventually, he leaves you. Yeah, you want to know why? You want to know why he eventually leaves you? It's because you're treating him like a boy. Hello, Renee. How are you? Love me first. How you doing? That's all I'm saying on Facebook. How y'all doing, guys? That's what I'm saying. When you have to bring a man every time, you got to pull his arm to do certain things. And then when he make it to being a titan on his own, he remembers all the mistreatment that you gave him. Yeah, he remembers that. So now you eventually see him end up with some woman who is less educated than you. She could be a cleaner at his firm. She can be a grocery store clerk. Yeah. She can even work at McDonald's and Burger King. And because you helped him, you was the queen bee, because that's what y'all like to say. You was the queen bee and you helped him get to greatness, but your encouragement was nasty and rude. Instead of you encouraging him as a wife, you encouraged him as you was the pimp. So now when he gets tired of being pimped by you, he winds up and going to marry somebody that loves him and that encouraged him and that didn't help him. Yeah, he go get somebody else. That's because when this happened, because I get a lot of women that say, well, when I help somebody, he leaves me. Right? When I help him build, he leaves me. And you know what I told this woman? I said, it's probably your mouth. It's the truth. It's your mouth. Your mouth give him poise. So if you talking to your husband You help him build. You talking to him like he's a kid. He remembers all that while you building. So now when he get done and he has hit his top mark, he usually leave you for a woman that's less finer than you, that got less money than you. You want to know why? Because she treats him like a man. I know that rolled over your head. Let me do that one more time. Because she treats him like a man. Yeah. She doesn't treat him like a boy. She doesn't talk to him or any kind of way. This is why when I be watching stuff on social media, because as being an influencer, you have to watch things to get content, right? I never like those skits when the women embarrass their husbands. I never like that. I don't think that's funny at all. I don't. Even though a lot of people on social media think it's funny, I don't like it. Cause it make people think your husband is a clown. I don't like that. Now I like the part when you see the woman kissing on her husband, she lay on her husband, she caress him. I like that part. That shows dignity, it shows respect, it shows love. So I like that. But when they on some demon time doing nonsense on social media, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll scroll past it and everything. And now I have learned that I got to be careful what I say on social media because I got clink the other day on the 29th. Instagram clink me because I wrote a comment. Hello, Denise. How you doing, honey? So I wrote a comment on offsite page that, you know, that one who released all the stuff about celebrities and stuff like that. I wrote something there and I didn't think it was offensive, but they thought it was offensive. So I got 24 hours clink. So I had to say, okay, I gotta watch what I say on people, how you say, on people posts. I gotta be careful what I say. So I'm learning that too. I just don't like the fact that they blame men for everything. Like anything that happens in the world, we have to blame men for it all. And then we will sit up here and get indignant with our men, right? And it's because we were trained like that. We getting it from our mothers and our grandmothers, because I was a part of that group too, trained just like that. Oh, yes, Mona D, you right. That's what they did to me. Yes, I commented on your post, and dang, they ban you for having a different opinion. They do. They ban you just because you said something. And now the woman was talking about how men and boys are monsters, that they go and hurt black women more than any other race. And I thought that was evil. Like, how can you just say black men and boys are the problem? And some of y'all heifers doing nonsense to black men too. And y'all raising girls that are monsters. And like I said, it's because the daddy is missing. The daddy is missing in the equation. This is why you see these kids running rampant all through Philly. They did the same thing to Chicago. Because the owner's manual is not there. The owner's manual is not there. This is why these kids run rampant. And some of them don't. Some of them grow up without their daddies and they be fine, but mentally they be in trouble. Because they find themselves not being worthy of having a daddy. Because they think it's their fault that they don't have a daddy. So mentally that messes with their psyche. And I'm sharing something with y'all. Kirk Franklin is proof. Kirk Franklin is proof. He's 53 years old. So when y'all tell these young boys and young girls get over it that they didn't have a father, this is a lie. Because he's 53 and that thing still broke his heart. He held that man, Mr. Rick. When I watched the video, he held Mr. Rick so tight. And that thing was crazy. Okay, that thing was crazy. 53. He have never met this man before. He never met this man before. But for him to hold this older man like that That thing broke him. Do you hear me? That thing broke him. He don't know this man from Adam. Okay, now I thought they was gonna do that little that. You know how they do that on the shoulder like that. I thought they was gonna do that. Kurt hold this man like he was holding on for dear life, and Kurt is 53. So we gotta stop saying that these children don't need their fathers. We gotta stop saying these children don't need the owner's manual. I saw the postcard tried to comment and it wouldn't go through. Yes, honey. Yes, it would not, honey. They do not play. If you have something, and Amanize, if you have something that don't agree with what they want you to say, because you know it's an agenda. If you have something that is saying that the comment, let me make sure I get this right. When the influencer has put out something negative, right, towards men, baby, you better not get in the comment section and say that this not right. You better not get in there. You better not get in there. Instagram will block you. It's like they hiding in the comment section so that they can block you from writing a comment. And they put me in jail for like 24 hours. Like, no, you can't comment at all. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop commenting on people's stuff. What I'll do is I'll share it first, and then I'll write something at the top and say, this is some nonsense. I done learned my lesson, okay? All I'm saying is that, and I know we jumped off topic, but I'm trying to do a 360, y'all. I'm trying to do the 360. Daddies are needed. Daddies are needed because if this woman, her mother, would have had a husband in the home, right? And they had got married. Her father, if the mama would have married these children's father, right? The children that she had, her daughters, if she would have married the father of her kids, she would have been at work, and the father, okay, and the father would have been home with the children. And when the father go to work, she would have been at home with the children. So now the grown children, when they get grown, they can't say their parents was not around. They got to learn, they're going to have structure, and they're going to have logic together. So they're going to know that they got to wait till they get married to have kids and then continue to build. They're going to know this because they saw it from their mother and their father. Okay? They're not going to be able to tell their mother and father, well, you didn't raise me. Okay, you didn't raise me. So now I need you to raise my children. That will not come out. The daddy will be the first one at the door talking about, listen, you married. We not doing this. You're going to raise these children. You're going to raise these children. And even if you and your husband want to get a divorce, y'all better work it out between y'all because we not raising these kids. We ready to travel and enjoy ourselves now in our old age. But because we were so fast having these kids and we listening to the aunties and everybody tell you, oh, you strong, you can raise these children by yourself. Okay, you can raise these children by yourself. You don't need no man. The nonsense, the evilness that they preach to our community. Don't you know they don't preach this to Caucasian women? They do not. They don't preach this to Spanish women. They do not. They don't preach this to Asian women. They don't preach none of this. Indian women, none of them get this preaching. It's only us. Melanated women get this stupid preaching that we could raise our children by ourselves. And you know what happened? A black woman can raise her children by herself. She can. But the children come up with a miss. They come up with a miss. And I don't mean to keep going back to Kurt Franklin, but baby, it's true. Look at Kurt. My heart broke for him. I wanted to cry so bad. My heart broke for him. All that pain he going through, okay? All that pain he going through. Hello, my dear, how are you? All that pain he going through because he just wanted his father. Now, I watched Black Men Unfiltered last night, right? And I love this brother content. Y'all check him out. Black Men Unfiltered on YouTube. Also, while you at it, check out Mona D on YouTube as well. Sister content is always fire and educational. I got another one for you too. Almond Eyes 78. Okay, this young woman is going to see greater. She just got her content is just amazing as well, and she handling her business. Okay, y'all tune into these two sisters, and also Black Men Unfiltered. Also, and I can't forget Sir Hill Speaks. Sir Hill Speaks podcast. This brother content is always fire. But back to the story at hand. Black Men Unfiltered had a couple of men on the panel. It was Barbershop Friday. Good morning, Merchant. It was Barbershop Friday, and it was good. And one of the gentlemen on the panel said that he doesn't believe that Kurt would be as famous as he is if he didn't go through the heartbreak of not having a dad. Now, I was a little shocked that this man said that, because I was like, so it's okay for him to go through the heartache and pain just so he can be famous? Because just like Lost in Translation, this is another brother I want y'all to tune into. This brother content is fire too, and he is on YouTube. He said, he quoted the Bible. He said, what does a man, and you know what? I'm going to get that scripture wrong. I'm not even going to say that. I don't want God to get mad with me. But he was saying that you can inherit everything, okay? Everything in the world, money, diamonds, gold, and lose your soul, okay? And lose your soul. You can inherit everything in the world, right? But lose your soul. And Kurt needed his father. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how famous he is. He needed his daddy. Children need their fathers. And just because they go through heartache and all that stuff, and some of our most famous people went through heartache because of some bad things happening to them when they were young. And so it plays out in their music, right? So some of them are like the most mega stars in the world. But they're only mega because of the heartache and pain that they've been through. They're only mega because of that. So they kind of like lost their soul just to become famous. When Kurt was doing his 20th album or something, 20-year album, he was crying when he was doing that song. He was crying because he was thinking about how he suffered, how he was homeless, how he had to sell Miss Gertrude lawnmower to get money to pay for his child support. He was crying. Miss Gertrude was, I think, his great auntie who raised him or something, and she didn't have any children. I'm not sure if it was his great auntie or just a beautiful woman who wanted to save him from when he was young. Only thing that she did that helped him, and she couldn't do much because he said he didn't have parties and all that other stuff like that, but she took him to church. She was his angel to pull him to God. Okay? She was that angel that connected him with God. But yet and still, he was connected with God, but he still was hurt because he needed the physical father to tell him that you are great. You are amazing. I love you, son. See, children need that reinforcement, but women will sit up here and say they don't need the father. You don't need the father. You can raise the child by themselves. But Kurt Franklin is proof that this is hard. And when the person on Black Men Unfiltered was saying that Kurt would not be as famous as he is if he would have had his father, we don't know that. We do not know that, because what God has for you, he has for you. So I dislike when people say that, oh, well, because he didn't have the father, this is why he's great. You don't know that. He could have been even more greater with the daddy because the daddy had money and everything, and he could have helped Kurt succeed. Kurt wouldn't have been homeless. Kurt wouldn't have been starving for food. Kurt wouldn't have got adopted by Miss Gertrude. Okay? Kurt would have had a simple life. And he probably still would have been led to music. Because I'm quite sure his father went to church too. So he still would have been a blessing to the gospel community. Because let me share something with you. If God wants you to be something, I don't care what anybody say, that's what you're going to be. This is what you're going to be. If God destined you to be something, this is what you're going to be, baby. It doesn't matter what anybody say. This is what you're going to be. So I took a little offense to it, and I told Lost in Translation, my brother, I love your mindset. I love your mindset. That's exactly what I said to him. I love your mindset, because he said that if Kurt did have the daddy, you don't know how more greater he would have been, because you know Kurt got a therapist that's on call. He got a therapist that's on call in his older age, 53. So you know that thing still bothered him, that insecurity. But now he got what he always wanted. He got that daddy he always wanted. And I think it's going to play out beautiful for him if he can open up his mind and his heart to love this man, because this man didn't know nothing about him. If he can open up his heart and mind, I think he'll be fine. So let me see. Tara said, I think the women beat that in their heads for the guilt of knowing they messed up. Yes, I believe that too. I believe that too. And then, so back to the mother and the daughter. To me, the mama raised this girl to do nonsense, because this girl saw her mama raise all her siblings, okay? No man was around. So the child copied the same thing that the mama did. And now she don't want those kids now. She don't want to be bothered with those kids. She want to live well with her man. That's what she said. Now I'm going to share something with you, Heifer. You wrong for that. You wrong for that, because those children didn't ask to come here. You wrong for that. Okay? Nobody told you to be laying down without protection and get those babies in the first place. That's the thing y'all young women miss. If you ain't want no kids, you got to learn how to close your legs. If you don't want no kids, learn how to strap up. It doesn't make sense. You don't have to use the deletion method. All you got to do is learn how to protect yourself. Mona D said, IG will block you. You can't support men when it turns helps women. Don't do it. You right, Mona D. You right, Mona D. IG will block you if you say anything positive about men, honey. They will block you. IG don't play no games, honey. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. We got to start changing the narrative, y'all. We don't support marriage. Anybody who, if you're talking about marriage and family, they will call you a pick-me. They will call you all out your name. We have to learn how to switch the narrative. Now, I'm going to share something with you, okay? Oh, you merchant said YouTube as well. Uh-oh. I'm going to share something with you, though. And this is truth. This is truth right here. When you go and have these babies, right? When you go and have these babies and you have them without the father, and the father is not in their life, you know who your baby daddy is? Because you know you got to go get assistance. You got to get help and all that stuff. Your baby daddy is daddy. And he don't want those kids to grow up good. He don't want them to. You want to know why? He want them to end up in his prison. But some of y'all didn't get that yet. I'm sorry for the noise, y'all. My kids are waking up. Y'all didn't get that. You understand? Y'all young women don't understand that. When you go and raise these children without their father, daddy comes in and be your baby daddy. And they don't want you to raise these kids properly. That's why if you do anything to these kids, spank them or anything, they tell these kids at school, oh, if your mama spank you, if she do this to you, let us know. We gonna call diapers, call 911. That's why they train these kids to do that. Because daddy don't want you to chastise your children. They want you to let them become monsters. So now when they get older, what happened? They wind up in the prison system. They wind up under daddy's roof, their daddy's roof. Yes, honey. They wind up under their daddy's roof. Free labor, honey. That's what happens. If a child is brought up without structure, the child can do nonsense when they get grown. And y'all see that now. It plays out all in our culture. Back in the day, if you seen Miss Mary Jane, Miss Sally, Miss Susan, you saw them. Miss Susan, Miss Sally, Miss Mary Jane will say, hello, baby, how are you? Now, all three women got to cross the street when they see our children. Yes. You want to know why? Because they scared our children gonna rob them. Yeah. See, back in the day, it wasn't like that. You saw Miss Susie, Miss Sally, Miss Mary Jane. You saw all of them. You would say, good morning, ma'am. How are you? And she'd say to you, tell your mama I say hi. Tell your mama, make sure she make that cornbread good for church Sunday. Yeah. But now these women are scared to say something to you. Miss Nancy, everybody, they scared to say something to a child. They'll walk across the street and hold their purse. Yes, merchant, elder, respect. They don't have that no more. They don't have that no more. They don't have that no more. Because nobody teaching these children about manners. Nobody teaching them. That's why they get on social media, be cursing, the mama filming them, and all they do is laugh. That's it. That's it. They think it's funny. They think it's funny. And I'm going to share something with you. I pray, and I'm going back to the story. I pray that the mama don't take the kids. I pray she don't. And you know what I would even tell my daughter? I'm going to call diapers. I'm going to call diapers. If you leave these children with me, I'm calling diapers. And diapers going to come get them. Let's see how she sound. Because she think the mama playing with her. I would tell her just like that, I'm calling diapers. I'm not raising my grandchildren. Because when you get to a certain age, women, you hear me? When we get to a certain age, we trying to take care of ourselves. And now for you to be running after little people, trying to take care of them, and you old and sick, and you trying to take care of yourself, that's hard. And if you have a husband, y'all trying to take care of each other, and then you got to worry about going back and forth to school for your grandchildren. Diapers is coming. I'm sorry. Diapers is coming. In New Jersey, we call it diapers over here. Green Bean said, you be having me rolling. Yes, baby. I'm sorry. I'm calling diapers. The children are going to diapers. I'm not raising my grandchildren. They're going to diapers, honey. And I will ask for a visit weekly to see them. Okay? But I'm not raising them. I'm not going to raise them. Nope, I'm not. Because I took time to raise you. Me and your father raised you. I took time to raise you. Okay? Those doctor's appointments, dentist appointments. Okay? When I had to go to school for you, when you had an attitude. Okay? I did all that. I'm not doing that with my grandchildren. It's your turn. It's your turn, honey. You got to wear your cross, baby. It's your turn. And that's exactly what I would tell my children. I'm not taking care of your kids. So in the essence of all this that I just said, because y'all know I said I'm going to hit that 360, the mama is right. The mama is right. She is completely right. She should not be raising, she should not be raising her grandchildren. Okay? She should not. She should not be raising her grandchildren at all. That's how I feel. Y'all, please hit that like button before you leave. Okay, I greatly appreciate all of y'all. Also, I have a super chats. I also have badges on Instagram and Facebook. Also, I have my Cash App if you want to donate to the channel and help me grow with equipment. I know some people be like, oh, some channels they ask for these things, and I'm gonna share with you why. Because I want more equipment. I want more equipment. I want to buy more stuff for my platform. So that's why I asked. It's not that I'm struggling. It's not that, and I'm not saying I'm rich either. But if I'm a content creator and I'm bringing you my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? I think you should help me grow. But if you can't donate, hit that like and subscribe button. Share my content. I even take that too. I like when you like my content. I like when you share it. So if you can't donate to my channel, that is fine. I'm not upset. I'm happy that you're here. You feel me? I'm happy that you're here to watch me do my rant. And also, I just want to let you know we have our own clothing business. Some of the clothes you see me wear comes from UBMRacksFashion.com. We sell on different platforms as well. We sell on Pushmart, Mercari, eBay, and Etsy. Okay, and then we have our main website, UBMRacksFashion.com, which we've been in business for 3 years, and well, it's about to go into the fourth year. So we've been in business like 3 years and some change. Okay, going on 3 years and some change. And we a legit business. It's not no fake stuff that you see just on social media. It's a legit business. Okay. I just want to say thank you for all that tune in. Thank you for showing me love. Thank you for appreciating my content. Thank you for watching all my reels and everything, y'all. I greatly appreciate that. Nothing but love and respect to you all. Also, I want to share something with y'all. I got another influencer that just came in the house. Mrs. She Said on YouTube. I need y'all to make sure y'all tune into this sister on YouTube. Her content is fire. The stuff that I be wanting to say, she said, okay? Those stuff I be wanting to say, she said. So y'all tune into her channel. Content is straight, no chaser. And once again, like I told y'all, Mona D is on YouTube as well. Content always fire. You also got Amin Eyes 78. Her content is amazing too. You also got Black Man Unfiltered, okay? And you have Lost in Translation, okay? Podcast. And then, Lost in Translation, I think it is podcast. And then you have also Sir Hill Speaks, okay? All these people that I mentioned, I follow them as well, honey. I follow them as well. Mrs. She Said, why you got all those mean emojis in there? What's going on? Why you? Yes, Mrs. She Said, don't play no games. She will put it down, honey. I love her content. Okay, you said Sunday episode will be the same topic. Yes, honey. I feel you. There's always some foolery going on social media, honey. You will never lose content because the way they do nonsense on here don't make sense. Okay? And I thought now, Mrs. She Said, I thought Ebony K was wearing the dunce hat all last week. I was like, she got it. She got it. Nope. She ain't got it. She ain't got it. Dejanay Blackwell, the one who got the all those mug shots and that nonsense with Philly, honey. She won that thing. Okay? She won that thing. Oh, Mrs. She Said, my body, my choice. Raise your kids. Amen. My body, my choice. Raise your kids, baby. Raise those babies. Listen. Okay, so everybody, y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all take it easy. My 1 hour is up, baby. Y'all know I only do 1 hour. Y'all take it easy, honey. Merchant said foolery pays nowadays. It does. Okay. YouTube, I'm going to let you out first, baby. Everybody have a wonderful day. Y'all take it easy.